Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to learn how to play Infiltraitors, which is going to be a 2 to 5 player game published by Pandasaurus Games. And this game is cooperative. You're going to be cooperatively working together to try to catch all the suspects before time runs out and your station becomes overrun and you have to run for your lives. Let's go ahead down the table. Here I'm going to show you how to play Infiltraitors. All right, so this is Infiltrators. You're going to get, with this game, you're going to get 70 cards here. You're going to get 9 number tokens. You're going to get a dry erase marker. You're going to get 4 arrow tokens. You're going to get this gun and gun tray here. You're going to get 5 clue boards. You're going to get 12 bullets. Infiltrators is a mission-based cooperative game. There are 20 different missions in total, each with a special winning conditions. Agents will win or lose together, so this is a cooperative game. Your goal as an agent is to identify all the traitors before time runs out. The 20 missions in this game actually combine to create a story, but the game recommends that you first go on a training mission. Now, you're going to use different components with different missions here. Basic missions are going to use just these components here shown. At the start of each mission, you're going to be looking for certain things. Like in this mission here, we're going to have 10 bullets. We're going to have 7 suspect cards, and these are the suits that we're going to use in the game. Now, for your first mission, we're only going to use the red, black, and yellow suits here. So we're not going to be using these green suits. Here's the black suits. And we're only going to be using 2 through 13. So we're going to be removing the 14 and 15 and the 1 also. So the yellow here will move the 14 and 15. And I do suggest probably separating these out each game here, so it makes it easy for you to get the game set up when you're ready to play. But I did not do that. So here's the red. And we're only using up to 13, so we'll get rid of the 14, 15. And our last one here is going to be yellow. And there we go. So now we have our deck of cards. These cards will go back into the game box, and these cards, we're going to shuffle those up. Now that that's done, each agent's going to get 5 cards. And these are going to be what we're going to use cooperatively. But we can't tell anyone what these cards are, so we can't say like, hey, I even hint what the cards are in our hands. But we know with these cards in our hand that these are not going to be the suspects. And as a reminder, the suit and the card numbers are on there. Now, if we play with the 1s, that's a special card, which when you run into those missions, it'll explain those. And we're only going up to 13, so there is not going to be a 13 in here, but these are going to be for help figuring out the multiples, which we'll go into in a second here. All right, and we're going to deal out 2 cards. These are going to be the suspects that we need to identify. Now, this is a intro game, so this is going to be very easy, and we're actually going to get 5 bullets to do so. So we'll place those bullets here, and this is how many guesses we're going to get these right. So we'll have 5 chances to get these right. Now each player is going to get one of these cards. It's going to help them narrow down who they think it is, and here's the player aid on the back here. But basically what we're going to be trying to do is we're trying to figure out who these suspects are. And we need to know the suit color and the number. All right, so now we're ready to get in and play the game. You're going to randomly select someone to be the first player or first agent, and then you're going to play clockwise. On your turn, you can take 1 action, and there's going to be 5 different actions that you can play on your turn. So you'll have to select one of these. The first one's going to be nab a suspect, then give a clue, information exchange, bribe your time, and eliminate a traitor. So you're going to have to pick one of those 5. We're going to go ahead and start off with nab a suspect. If you're going to nab a suspect, you're going to draw a suspect card. So you're going to grab, in this case, there's going to be 2. A lot of these modules you're going to have equal to the number of players or equal to the number of players plus 3 or something like that. since this is an intro, you only have 2. So only 2 people are going to, no matter what your player count, are going to have these suspects. So you can nab a suspect. You're going to take it. You're going to look at it. Now we know the suspect is going to be a yellow 6, but we can't tell any other player what this is. We're going to have the suspect in front of us. Now other players are going to probably ask us questions about it. But it's really important that when you do this, so I nabbed a suspect, we're going to remove one of these face down from the game. We're never going to be able to see that card or look at that card. It's out of this deck permanently. So no other player is going to be able to draw that card or see that card. It's just out. So it adds a little bit of level of more deduction that you're going to need to do to make sure you're right on this. So that's very important. So when I nab a suspect, I grab one from here. I can take a look at it if there's one available. And then I also have to burn a card off the top there. Now, when we discard cards face up, like if I go past my hand limit, which is going to be 7 cards, and I discard cards face up, anyone can go through that discard pile, but you can never go through this face down discard pile. So that's very important to know. Also, as a reminder, don't cross off or mark on your board or hint in any way what this card is. It ruins the game, doesn't make it fun for anyone. Just make sure you try to keep this secret and have people have to deduce what it is. The next thing you can do is give a clue. You could play a card from your hand face up next to your suspect to help identify the suspect. Clues can be played either vertically or horizontally, and this is going to be very important. So let's say I have this one here. So I have this yellow 6, and I want to play this yellow 3. So if it's the same suit as the suspect, or is the same number as the suspect, or if it is a multiple or a factor of the suspect number, I can place it vertical. If it doesn't fit in any of these, it doesn't match, I can place it sideways. To help you out, it does have this little chart right here to show that it's what multiples are of this. So this is a yellow, which that is a match. It's also a match because it is a multiple of this number here. So they don't know which one of the 3 it's matching with, so this might not have been a great card to put down to get things started off. Maybe I would have put this card down here because it matches the number, and then later on I would have put this one down, and so on and so forth. But if it doesn't match anything from those 3 categories, you're going to be placing it sideways. So again, you're looking for it to match the color, you're looking for it to match the number, or you're looking for it to be a multiple of that number. So in this case, we were color and multiple of it. The next action you can take is information exchange. Play a card from your hand next to another player agent, and that player is going to take a look at that card. So let's say this player had the card and he places it in front of me. Now I'm going to decide whether I place this going to be horizontal here, or I'm going to change it to be vertical here. Sorry if I'm doing vertical, horizontal incorrectly, but at least I'm showing it away. So I'm either going to place it like this, or I'm going to turn it to its side if it's incorrect. In this case, it's yellow, yellow, so this matches this one. So also this one shows you the multiples. It's not a multiple, so it just matches with color. So this would be, yes, this is part of the clues for this suspect. So another player, as bribe or information exchange, can send me a card, and I can determine which way it is, and either way around. So the next thing you do is bide your time. Discard the top card from the headquarters face down. So you're going to burn another card here. And then the next thing you can do is really cool, is you can draw 3 cards and you place them into your hand. Now again, you're going to have a hand limit of 7 cards, so you may need to discard some of these, but these are very useful because you can discard them face up, and that eliminates a suspect because it can't be that card. So that helps out there. All right, so the other thing you can do, or the final action you can take, is you can eliminate a traitor. And you eliminate a traitor, you're going to pick up the gun here with your hand and point at the traitor you want to eliminate. You're going to eliminate a bullet here, so I've spent a bullet, and then you're going to announce a color and a suit. And then the player who has the suspect in front of them is either going to tell you if you're correct or not. If you are correct, then this suspect gets shuffled into the deck here, and these discard cards, these clue cards, get discarded and put in the discard pile. So those are 2 things that can run out. If you are incorrect, you've just lost a bullet, and that's one less guess you have. Now, that's going to get into what happens for the game here. So, if you run out of bullets or you don't have enough bullets to complete all or to get all the suspects, you lose the game. If you were able to correctly identify all the suspects that are in the scenario, you will win the game. Now, that in a nutshell is going to be how you play Infiltrators, but let's go over a couple little things here. So each of the training missions you're going to look at, you're going to see the suspects equal to the number of agents. So 2 to 5. So if there's 5 players, you have 5 suspects. Here you're going to have bullet tokens. You're going to have, this is going to be easy training mission here. So this is your second one you're going in. You're going to have your player count plus 3 extra bullets. So you have tons of extra tries on it. And these are going to be the suits that you have. That's how these things work. So if we go into the missions on the back here, these missions here are going to go through a story, but if you look at the missions, these are all like you have 7 suspects, you put up 7 suspects, here's the suits that you'll have, here's the bullets that'll be available, and that's how you're going to set up for each one. All right, couple reminders and a couple things that you can use in this game here. The first one is going to be the clue board here. The clue board is designed to help be a helpful tool here, and you can use this to eliminate cards in here to figure out who the suspect is. Try to keep this semi-hidden from other players, and don't do it for your own, because that would be ruin the game there. But in a more advanced mode, you don't use this. You'll just flip it over to the side for the player side, and you'll have to use your memory to remember what the card is. So if you want to play an advanced mode of the game, that is a good option. You could even go through all 20 missions, the story missions, and do it again without using this side of the cards there to give it extra difficulty. Communication and open information. Agents can discuss with each other so long as the information is already disclosed. Don't give away anything about the suspects. Try to keep that a secret. Remember, I mean, this is an experience for you guys. You guys want to try to get the most out of the game. You don't want to ruin it by giving away the clue without proper deduction. Also, the hand limit is a hard hand limit, so if you're at 7, you need to discard. You can discard face up. Those are available for people to see, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's going to be how you play Infiltrators. Thank you for watching.